John, I appreciate you coming out after a game. Jahan just said we're not as one right now. We're not a unit right now. There are distractions that we shouldn't be focused on right now. Do you have a sense for what he's kind of getting at there? And can you just speak generally to the understandable frustration of the team right now? Thank you.
Yeah. Obviously, nobody wants to be 0-3. It's not what anybody came here to do. And to John's point, I mean, yeah, it's the little things. We got to do every little thing right, and we're not doing that. And it's all across the board. It starts with me, but we got to clean it up because I mean we can't lose these type of games. Can't start the way we did, and we can't. I mean, there's just so many things that we need to clean up. So.
Hey, Sean, how are you?
All right.
Sean, when you talk about cleaning things up, where does that start on Sunday, and what are some of those things? Can you give us a few examples?
I mean, obviously, I'm going to watch the tape, per usual. And it's going to start with myself. I mean, I'm not going to point a single finger. There's plays that need to be made, and I need to make them. So it's I can't really say one thing in specific, but things need to be changed.
Ali Barubi.
Sean, where are you at mentally, just given the last 3 games? And also on that note, what do you say to your players? You say you don't want to point a finger at anyone else besides yourself. So what are you going to tell them this week in practice?
Mentally, I mean, I'm pissed. I mean, that's probably the only way I could describe it. We're an 0-3 football team. I've never been on an 0-3 football team. I never lost like this in my life. So to say I'm disappointed, frustrated, are all understatements. But at the same time, like I said last week, like our back's against the wall, and it's how you respond and it's how you go about your day, and it's the little things that are in practice. It's the Monday watching tape. It's the Tuesday through Thursday of practice. It's how you walk through on Friday, and that's how you play on Saturday. So, it's looking at every single detail and making sure that you're getting the most out of every minute of your day. So it's just finding, sitting down tonight, sitting down tomorrow, and finding those little inches where something isn't right now. So we just got to correct it.
Mike Collins?
Sean, do you have any ideas, insight into why the running game hasn't been able to get going?
No, I mean, I couldn't really tell you. Like, obviously, I'm going to focus on, the corrections that I can make. And then, tomorrow go over what we can do as a unit together to, improve. But, I haven't even seen, like, the stats and what the running game looks like tonight. But, I'll see you tomorrow.
Audrey Snyder?
Sean, we've seen it a lot over the years when quarterbacks are under pressure. They kind of revert and look a little gun shy and stuff like that. How would you assess the guys playing in front of you on that O-line, and are you comfortable right now?
Yeah, they're giving it everything they got, and I got to trust them. And I understand that. Somebody's going to miss a block. Like, it's going to happen. But, like you said, to use your word, like, I can't get gun shy. If somebody misses a block and we got to throw a ball away, it doesn't mean that on the next down that everyone's not going to do their job. Like, we got a very talented offensive line and guys that, love and trust me. And, I gotta trust them play in, play out. next play mentality. Every play has to live independently, and that's something obviously that I think that I can improve on. I will improve on.
Nick Bauer?
Sean, what's the balance between trying to make a play, just wanting to make something happen, versus staying within the framework of the offense and your keys and what you're supposed to do?
There's a fine line, obviously, and I think that I crossed the line a couple times. Just feeling the pressure of the situation. Being down by as much as we were. But again, that's just another criticism that I have to put upon myself. Like I can't, play outside the framework like that. I got to be better, and but I'll watch the tape and see what specifically I can do to improve.
This may be hard for you to ask because obviously you're not a defender, but what has it been about mobile quarterbacks that's been difficult for the defense so far this year? It seems like each of the three that have been able to move around a bit and move the pocket have created some difficulty.
You're saying like our defense?
Yes.
I truly I would love to give you an answer on, but I really don't watch the defense that much. Like I don't focus on what they're doing. I trust in those guys, and that's just the fact of it. So we got to have their back. They got to have ours, and that's just how it's got to go. I mean, that's good team football right there. So, I don't know, what they did tonight. I know that, what the offense can improve on, but from a defense perspective, I have all the faith in the leadership, Shaka Tony, Jesse Luketa, Lamont Wade, those guys on that side, making sure that, everybody's holding themselves accountable. And, but when it comes to specifics, I'm just going to focus on the offense.
We got time for 2 more questions. We'll go to Tyler Donahue, and then Corey Papadai will be on deck.
Well, I'm circling back to Jahan Dotson's comments that he just gave us. Very reserved. Normally, the guy doesn't talk too much. He went on for a while about this team dealing with internal distractions. He thinks there's an issue with buy-in. Would you agree with that sentiment? And additionally, when someone like Jahan goes out and says that, does it carry additional weight? Does it send an extra message? And I just kind of wanted to toss that your way.
I mean, yeah, it's not something that we got I think we keep talking about it. We talk about the extra buy-in. We talk about being better, and we talk about what type of football team we are. It's very apparent what type of football team we are. We are an 0-3, poor performing football team currently, and we need to change that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We got to figure it out because it's unacceptable to ourselves, the program, to the coaches, to the fans. It's unacceptable. So we gotta figure this out.
Last question. We'll go to Park.
Hey, Sean, thanks for doing this. Jason Owe talked about just an emotional locker room, and rightfully so. But as much as you can you give us some insight into kind of what was said in the locker room after today's loss, and who really spoke up and had words to share with the team?
Yeah. I'd really rather just keep what's said, stay in the locker room. We got to deal with what we're dealing with internally. It's not something that, someone outside the program can help. We got to look at ourselves in the mirror, get up tomorrow and have the tough conversations. We got to be extremely critical and make changes. And, that's pretty much it. There's no other ways around it.